Hi there, and welcome to Possibly Scary, where the scary part is the what ifs, maybe, possibly. Let's watch some real life spooky stuff, shall we?
Okay,
Near.
let's be
Termites
kids
fart
for a
so
second.
much that they are responsible for 3% of global methane emissions. Because cows have 4 stomachs, they're constantly farting. They're responsible for 14% of the world's greenhouse gases each year. Manatees use farts to help them float. They have pouches in their intestines to store their farts. Herring fart to communicate with each other so they can form shoals when predators are around. A plane full of goats once had to make an emergency landing because the goats were farting so much that they set off the fire alarm. Animal fart facts that will blow you away. Lemurs use their farts to have stink fights. They rub their hands in the stench and wave them at their enemies. Blue whales can create fart bubbles so big you could fit a horse inside of it. Zebra farts are so loud they can be heard from miles away. Zebras also fart with every step they take when running away from a predator. Share this with someone who has no shame in their
Place
fart
to
game.
start. I have some friends that would appreciate these fun facts about flatulence. Yeah, a bubble so big a horse could fit inside of it. That's pretty impressive. I don't, I don't, I don't know what to say about that. I just thought you guys would think these were funny, or you're offended and you already turned away. Okay, are you noticing the theme? I'm trying to do some funny today, but let's do funny for now.
Fact 5 will absolutely make you side-eye your own body. 1. Your foot can actually taste garlic. Not even joking. If you rub garlic on the bottom of your foot, you'll taste it in your mouth within minutes. Why? Because your skin absorbs the sulfur molecules, and they enter your bloodstream. Congratulations. You're basically a walking science fair project. That to your ancestors who fought saber-toothed tigers. How brave are you? Well, I once tasted spaghetti by rubbing my foot. 2. You started out with a tail. Before you even had a heartbeat, you had a full-blown tail. Every human embryo grows a little tail. And then, somewhere around week 6, your body just deletes it. Which honestly makes me wonder what else they edited out last minute. Wings,
I always suspected I
lasers.
had a tail.
But here's the twist. Some people are actually born with a tiny tail remnant even today. Yep, humans are basically just ex-lizards trying to pay taxes. 3. Your butt has a mind of its own. Technically, your butt can make decisions without you. There's a reflex called the anal wink, where your body automatically clenches in response to a light touch, even if you're unconscious. In other words, while you're out cold, your butt is out
Well, I'm definitely going to notice the butt wink now. I'll be paying attention.
here running security like it's Fort Knox. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you keeping things locked down. 4. You produce enough saliva in a lifetime to fill 2 swimming pools. You might think you're dry and witty, but biologically, you're a fountain. An average human produces about 25,000 quarts of saliva in their life. That's enough to fill 2 whole swimming pools. So next time someone calls you a drip, just nod proudly. You've been putting in Olympic level work. 5. Your bones are actually stronger than concrete, but your brain thought
That's
falling
pretty
off a
cool.
scooter was a good idea. Pound for pound, human bones are about 5 times stronger than concrete. That sounds awesome until you remember that humans have also invented parkour, planking, and the cinnamon challenge. Our skeletons, engineering masterpieces, our decision-making, wet noodles. And here's where it gets even weirder. Your thigh bone can support a car, but your toe will betray you against a coffee table every single
True.
time. 6. Your brain creates fake memories just to mess with you. Not only does your brain lie to you, it does it so casually it should be arrested. Ever been 100% certain about a memory, and then found out you were completely wrong? That's because your brain sometimes autofills memories it doesn't fully remember, like it's rushing through a bad homework assignment. The official name? Confabulation. The real-world effect? You're arguing with your friends about whether that embarrassing karaoke night actually happened. Meanwhile, your brain is in the corner, sipping coffee like, yeah, I made half of that up. Good luck.
Okay, I always suspected that about the mind filling in gaps for memory. Yeah, I don't trust some of my memories. I'm like, I don't know if that really happened. Not the way I think it did. And then other people will confirm. They're like, no, it didn't happen like that. So that checks out. I did not know that the human bone was 5 times stronger than concrete, though. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem. I mean, if they say it, I'm sure they did the research. It just doesn't seem right. And that your femur could support a car? Wow. We're very impressive. We are built well. And we always had a tail. And it just deleted itself when we were right after we were born or when before we were born. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's try this one. Creepy facts. Knew that one. Yep. I did not know it did that. Did know that. Yep. Oh, that's gross. Okay. Those were some some facts for sure. I was aware of most of them, but I did not know that we shed enough skin in our lifetime to fill a suitcase. That's pretty gross. I had heard from someone who was training us in CPR that your pets will in fact eat you when you pass away. Um, Although they said it was mostly cats, not so much dogs. Okay, so is anybody familiar with the random staircases in the woods? I watch enough of these where I've heard about it. So let's see what the random facts about the staircases in the woods are. So I haven't seen one. Have you seen one? If you have, let me know in the comments because that'd be pretty interesting. I mean, it would definitely be very freaky to be just walking through the woods and then there's a staircase just completely out of place. It'd be really neat to think that it leads somewhere, but would I walk up the stairs to find out? No. Have you talked to anybody who said, yeah, we know about these staircases and we're told not to go near them, which is what they say when they talk about these staircases, that animals don't want to go near them. Pretty interesting. Okay, I had to include something cute. So here we go. Okay, so I know I had heard about pygmies. I did not think they were supposed to be mythical creatures. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up the definition, but it doesn't say anywhere on here that these are AI generated, but I pretty much believe they are. But still, wouldn't it be really cool? I'd love to find this stuff in my, in my yard, the forest behind me. I think that'd be really neat. Okay, so one of my girls is terrified of dolls, and this would terrify her. So I thought we'd check it out because I think being afraid of dolls is a pretty common fear. These aren't real because they can't be, but let's check it out because it's creepy.
Of insane clips has recently surfaced from a traveling puppet show, and they are shattering everything we know about craftsmanship. At first glance, it looks like a normal performance with human-sized dolls, but as the music plays, the atmosphere turns heavy. Look closer, because the way these dolls move defies every law of puppetry. It isn't the jagged motion of strings, it is a fluid, rhythmic, and disturbingly human grace. Their eyes don't look painted on. They look like they are tracking the audience, filled with a level of sorrow and intelligence that shouldn't exist in a lifeless object. Theorists are calling these vessel puppets. Some believe these aren't factory-made models, but the victims of an ancient, forbidden ritual. They say these were once living.
Okay, so what do y'all think about those? Yeah, it's not really on topic. They're not real, but they are scary. There are some people who would be really triggered by these gigantic dolls. I don't know how you would make dolls scarier, honestly. This is the scariest I have seen a doll be. Okay. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Possibly Scary, where the scariest stuff is the maybes, the what ifs. You never know. All right, hopefully the next one will be a little more scary. I'm trying this out. I'm doing my best. I hope to see you again.